Well, the time has come again. Um, I'm actually getting this video on time. So, I was supposed to finish all the death metal rankings for this month, and well, here you go. Morbid Angel. This is the Morbid Angel ranking. Morbid Angel has done 9 studio albums, and just to warn you, number 1 really could piss you off. I've liked that album for a while. I've liked my favorite for a while. I've listened to it many of times, and I enjoy it a lot. Just to say it could piss people off, and no, it's not Insanus. It's not that album, by the way. And speaking of that album, number 9 is, well, I don't even know how to say it, Divinum Insanus. The one where they try to branch off and do industrial. Give this one a 7 out of 5, 7.5 out of 10. A little bit of tongue twister, sorry about that. What to say about this album? There's really, there's some okay songs. 10 more, I Am Morbid is one of the good songs on here. Some of the riffs are okay, but then the industrials, no. I even listened to industrial stuff like KMFDM, but I cannot, no, it doesn't work. It's good where the death metal parts are, but the industrial does not work on this album at all. Let's move on. Number 8. Number 8 is 2003's Heretic, the last album before they did Insanus. Has the death metal presence. It's just not as good as quality as some of the other ones that they've done. Nothing really stands out on here. It's more just all the same stuff all the way through. It's consistent. That's why it's a 8.3 out of 10. That's why it's consistent, but it's not really to the level of what Morbid Angel usually does. And that brings us to number 7, which is Kingdoms Disdained, 2017. Same thing with Heretic, just done a lot better. There's some okay songs on here. Declaring New Land is an okay song. Pillars Crumbling, Paragram Warped, Garden of Disdain, and that's really all I see that really stands out. Kind of on the, I don't know how to explain it. It's just 8.6 out of 10. That's what I gave it. Moving on to number 6, which that is 1995's Domination. Let's say this has got an 8.7 out of 10. It's kind of lacking in some points. I know it's one of their classics, but I just find this to be my least favorite of their classic albums. Dominate just the vocal, the actual lyrics to the guitars are somewhat off-putting. It's it has one note on the vocals, but then it's off somewhere else with the guitars a lot of places. And the next one has the same issue. Caesar's Palace is good. I really do like that song. Where the Slime Lives is a classic. Yeah, I really can't explain more on this album. Wish I could. I've hardly ever listened to this album. It's more upon my favorite ones that I listen to more often. And that brings us to number 5, which is another one of their classic albums, Blessed of the Sick. Has the same problem as the last one, but not as bad. Fall from Grace is just hits you hard, but the vocals are just not on point for where the guitars are at that point. It's just the same issue as with the last one. I really do like their classic albums. I do think they are a great band, but it's just, and this one got a 9.3 because it's a little bit better. It's a lot better than the last one, but just not to the par of where the 10 out of 10 ones are, and it starts at number 4, the next one, with Gateways to Annihilation, the 2000 album. definitely doesn't have the problem of the ones up above it, and it doesn't have the problem of the ones down below it. This one was along my favorites over time. Really, all the tracks are standouts. There's really nothing bad. Eyes probably the best one. Opening the gate of the gates. It's a great album. Just check this one out. Just check out any of these. You will find that you dislike some that I like, because it really is just all over the place with Morbid Angel. And that brings us to number 3, which number 3 is their classic one, Altars of Madness. A lot of people have put this at number 1. I just feel like the ones that are up a little bit higher, up higher than this one get a 10 out of 10 again. Really, Immortal Rites is a classic. Maze of Torment, Visions from the Dark Side, Chapel of Ghouls, Damnation, Blasphemy, a lot of great stuff on here. The guitars are a lot more wild, the vocals are more along the lines of like grind vocals, but I don't care about that. Like, the vocals are great for the album. Doesn't sound that deep and that heavy of vocals, which their original singer, David Vincent, wasn't really known for that. But later it became prevalent with number 2's, or my number 2 favorite one, Covenant. It definitely became prevalent with this one, with songs like Rapture, Pain Divine, Vengeance is Mine, The Lion's Den, a great song, God of Emptiness, the classic, Sworn to the Black, Angel of Disease, a lot of cool stuff. It definitely became more prevalent. The really deep growls on here. And that ends the ones that I actually have physical copies of, and that brings us to number 1, which is going to piss people off. You already probably know what number 1 is. 1998's Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. No, Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. That's dope. I'm so bad with pronunciations of albums. But let's talk about this. There is some great stuff on this album. Nothing is bad. It is more along the lines with extreme metal, like extreme death metal, like brutal death metal, like stuff like Dying Fetus and lines with that. Definitely has that sound to it. It's mostly what gave me the kick in the ass to go and listen to heavy, like Suffocation, that type of shit. It definitely got me into that. I do like Gateways to the Annihilation, the album that came after this. It wasn't along the lines of this. It was kind of different. I know a lot of people don't like this album too much, but I think it's a pretty great record. It has a lot of blast beats and really heavy vocals to it. That's what I like about it. The vocals are great. The guitar production's great. Everything's great. The riffs are great. It's just fast, hard-hitting, and great. So, that's how I rank Morbid Angel. Hope you guys liked the ranking of Morbid Angel. It's kind of late at night, and I have to be quiet. And, well, there will not be a video for a week now, because I'll be remodeling. So, that will be cool to find out what has been done. I will give you a tour. Planning on doing a room tour of this whole room with all the CDs in it, of the ones that I have and I've listened to. I know I have some over here that I haven't listened to yet, and I'm kind of backlogs on that. I have tons of CDs, and I haven't listened to some, and I really do need to see if they work, because I could go get them repaired or go get them exchanged for ones from the record companies and shit. So stay tuned for that video. I'm thinking about remaking the Sabaton video, because I didn't really think that one was up to par. So stay tuned for that one. It'll be done in the next few weeks. I did pick up all the Sabaton albums except one because I couldn't find it. So yeah, I won't ramble on anymore. I'll let you on with your day, and I'll see you in the next video.